1 week ago, the Japanese Pokemon sets Wild Force and Cyber Judge released, and we're 7 weeks away from the English equivalent set, Temporal Forces. Pre-orders have kicked off and there's some fantastic prices, but whether you're a shop or a hobbyist, you might be wondering if this is going to be the best Scarlet and Violet set yet. Today I want to check out every secret rare in the set and kick off the discussion as to where this set ranks amongst the best. Now let's get to it. With Paldean Fates dropping the same day that Wild Forces and Cyber Judge dropped, I feel like they're going a little bit under the radar. You can get a lot of fantastic deals on these sets right now. I think they're $52 each from the shop that I picked up a couple myself. I'm going to probably rip them this weekend and show you the hits I get. I think the sets look fantastic, and we'll discuss exactly where I think they rank, or Temporal Forces is going to rank amongst Scarlet and Violet when we get to the end. I want to check out every single secret rare card in the set today and talk about the sets and the artwork a little bit. And just so you know, Wild Forces and Cyber Judge were identically created sets. As far as they both have exactly 12 illustration rares, 6 ultra rare Pokemon, 3 ultra rare trainers, 5 special illustration rares, 3 gold cards, and 3 A-Specs cards each. And that may sound like a lot, but when you actually compare it to Paradox Rift, you'll see that Paradox Rift had way more of almost all of those things. Now, from the 2 Japanese sets, they've removed 2 illustration rares, and those are going to go into our ETBs, and they were Iron Thorns and Fluttermane. And then, of course, we're going to have 18 total ultra rares, 10 special illustration rares, 6 gold cards, and 6 A-Spec cards made up from all the other secret rare cards that are in the Japanese versions. So that means there's going to be 56 secret rare cards in all. Compared to Paradox Rift, which had 84 secret rare cards, it had way more cards, much larger set by all means. And so it'll be a lot easier. There was like 12 more illustration rares in Paradox Rift. So let's just go ahead and get into the artwork here. Kicking it off, we're going to have this Shiftry card from Shi Nanahara. Shi Nanahara has done some fantastic work in the past and some fantastic work outside of Pokemon. She did the Zoroark V-Star from Crown Zenith and the Ninetales from Obsidian Flames. She's also done work with One Piece and Magic the Gathering for all of you fans of other TCGs that are out there. I'm going to leave links to some of the artists down below if you want to check out all of their other work. Fantastic artwork here of Shiftry. Definitely near the top on my list. I'm going to give you my top 5 illustration rares, though, when we get to the end. Next up, we got Grottle. Fantastic artwork from one of my favorite artists, Oswaldo Cato. It looks great with the Marill here and Starly flying up above. I just love the very calming effect that Mr. Cato offers in his artwork, and he's done some of my favorite artworks like the Golurk from Evolving Skies and the Charizard from the Ultra Premium Collection. Now this set is going to feature a ton of brand new artists, and the next up card is the Deerling card from new Pokemon artist Susumu Meiya, and I apologize if I slander any names. This is a fantastic Deerling artwork, and this is a duo with the stage 1. It shows the changing seasons here. So you see Deerling in autumn form and transitioning towards the winter and the spring. And then we have the companion card, the Sawsbuck, another fantastic artwork. Combine these 2 cards, make up a little storyline and absolutely beautiful artwork from this brand new artist. You can see in both cases that Deerling and Sawsbuck is in their autumn form. So Sawsbuck has all the autumn leaves up above, and I just love the colors and the artwork in this little set here. And worth noting, like some of the other artists that have been added in this set, Susumu submitted this entry of Rapidash in the 2022 illustration contest and got in the top 100 with it, and now is being featured in the in TCG game in cards, and that's fantastic. Next up, we got a nice Litten card from Mikuru Tammy, yet another brand new artist to the TCG, who also submitted for the 2022 illustration contest. They made this fantastic Bulbasaur artwork that made it to the second round. This card is great for all you cat lovers out there. As you know, the cats just climb all over everything. It's really cool with the You got the shiny form of Litten on a book down there, and you got a little nod to Meowth up in the corner. Fantastic artwork here. Next up, we've got this gorgeous Snom card from N Designs Inc. This is just a phenomenal artwork. I can't tell if this is a real picture of like a toy that they crafted. You can see it's got all the threads that that Snom uses to attach to things to climb up on this branch. The snow artwork is just phenomenal. This, I think, is N Design's best card yet. They also did the Mewtwo V from Pokemon Go, which is another really nice card, but I think I like this one better. They just do a lot of CGI-based artwork, but this one takes the cake. Then we got a nice Charger Bug from Nina Mackay, who's taking us camping in this artwork. Just a fantastic colors and a fantastic scene here. It makes me want to be there. I love camping. This card looks great. And, you know, Mina has been illustrating since Generations, but this is probably my favorite card yet that they've put together. Then we have a nice Bronzor. Sao is bringing us this Bronzor in some sort of like museum or shop. I think that it's a very beautiful artwork. I'm worried that how dark it is it's going to really not come through when we get the final card. When they add that sheen and stuff, the holo, it's sometimes the darker cards are just hard to make out. Sao has been gracing us with content since Sun and Moon, and you'll probably know them best by Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike, the alternate art. Another fantastic card, probably the best card of Fusion Strike. Then we got the Pokemon who I'm going to struggle to say their name no matter what. Unicles, I guess is how you say it. This was one of our earlier reveals that we saw in the beginning because I remember including it in a video quite a while ago. This from Asushi Furusawa. They did the Dragonite V from Chilling Reign, another fantastic card. And they also did the Scarlet and Violet Pikachu promo card. The colors and the art style here just really pop. It's going to look great when it comes out. Then we got Cutie Fly by illustrator Ren, another contest winner from the 2022 Illustrator Contest. Their winning artwork of Arcanine was even featured as a card, one of the 3 promo cards that you could get, I believe, if you ordered something from the Pokemon Center website. And this card is just fantastic looking. It looks so realistic, and the water looks so realistic. It looks awesome. Another great artwork from Rend here. They also did the Palmy from Paldean Fates, which is another great card. Unfortunately, you're going to pull a million of them if you rip Paldean Fates, but that shouldn't detract from the fact that it is a great card. Then we got Relicanth, another fantastic artwork. You know, it's not going to be a big chase for people, but you can't deny that the artwork is fantastic. And, of course, this is from Mitsuhiro Arita. And if you don't know who that is, then you don't know Pokemon. Let's see, what has he worked on? Oh, yeah, just like 700 cards and 2 of the 3 most important artworks of the entire TCG. Then we have Exadrill. I love this card with Exadrill helping out the rest of the construction crew. And this is from Sabatiri, another brand new artist to the Pokemon TCG game. They did the Squirtle promo from the Japanese EX deck set. I don't know when or if we're going to get that in English, but that was a fantastic trio of illustration rares that came in that set. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more from this artist. Minaminami has brought us Mudsdale. Super adorable card here. Mudsdale and Mudbray are trying to kick Hay up onto the wagon like a little father and son team. It's just super adorable. This artist has also worked on some other fantastic cards. Detective Pikachu, the promo card, as well as the Charmander from the Obsidian Flames ETB. Next, we got Ghastly, and this is probably going to be our most expensive illustration rare when this set comes out. A lot of people are going to be trying to track this one down. Fantastic artwork here. Meowth's down there looking on, and Ghastly's noticing that. Got Haunter and Gengar, crowds of them going through this little town. This is another brand new artist, and this is their first illustration rare. Super unique style. I can't wait to see more from Moshu. And then we got Arbok. Fantastic. Another one. Okubu is the artist, and they started with Obsidian Flames. This is their second illustration rare. They did the Crustle from Paradox Rift. You know, I don't think Toucannon has been featured on a card in forever, so it's fantastic that they've snuck him in here. Maybe Arbok's been eating them all, and that's why there's no cards. Love the artwork on this one. It's definitely a must pick up for me. Next up, we've got a beautiful Metagross from another new artist, Katsunori Sato. Love the artwork and love the style on this card. Definitely another one of my must pickups from this set. Beautiful. Love the snow. Always love the snow stuff. Again, Metagross helping out society with doing a little plowing during this snowstorm. And the one in the back seems to be making a snowball, making a snowman or something. Super cute. Love this card. Next up, we got Meltan from brand new artist Masa. This is their very first card. Another very interesting artwork. Again, I'm worried about it coming out really dark, but you know, they're doing some sort of welding or something, and all the Meltans are there, you know, getting involved somehow with sparks raining on them. It'll be interesting to see in person. It's not going to be one of my hugest chases, but you know, it's part of the collection, so you got to catch them all, right? Next up, we got Licky Tongue from another brand new artist, Orca. Looks like he's getting in on some shaved ice with some blue icing. He's going to have a blue tongue in the end, like all kids love to get. Orca brought us the fantastic Bulbasaur illustration rare card from that Japanese special deck set. Next up, we got a very unique card with Chatot on it, a whole bunch of them. If you look at the wires running across the street, the Chatots and the socks are making up musical notes. This was noted by someone on Twitter, and I'll leave a link down below if you want to go check it out and hear the music that it plays. And they pointed out that the top line is the Chatot's game cry in the game, and the bottom line is the sound when you go to the Pokemon Center to heal your Pokemon. Super cute that the artist Scav has added that little Easter egg into this card. And props to the people who noticed it. Definitely go check out their Twitter and hear the notes for yourself. Next up is a Minccino card. Shibuya is bringing us another Evolutionary Line series with a little storyline going on. I don't know why his room is such a mess, but when you move into the next card, the Cinccino, you can see that everything is spotless and cleaned up. And it looks like he's having a party because we've got Skitty down under the table, Marill, and Mr. Mime's in the window, hopefully getting ready to come in. And Cinccino is super happy that this party is going on. I don't know if that's supposed to mean that back on the Minccino card, he doesn't have any friends, or maybe his friends went home and they left him a mess, like all of my kids' friends do. Then we've got Drampa. Absolutely fantastic card here. It's going to be in my top 5, I can tell you right now. This is another brand new artist who's just coming in and dropping a bomb. This gives me Spirited Away, Puff the Magic Dragon, and even Never-Ending Story kind of vibes with this little card going on. There's even a little Butterfree down below. Super awesome card. I can't wait to see this one in person. I kind of wish it was an SAR, but it is what it is. Fantastic illustration rare card from this new artist. And that ends all the illustration rares. So you probably want to know what my top 5 is. I want to hear what your top 5 are. So not in any order. It's going to be the Drampa for me. It's going to be the Snom. It's going to be the Ghastly. And it's going to be Metagross. But that's only 4. And I'm going to cheat because number 5 is going to be the Deerling and Sawsbuck combination. I just love that artwork. And there was a whole bunch of others, but those were the top for me. Now we're going to move into the full art cards. I'm going to go through them really quick because most of them are all just CGI based cards of the Pokemon. They look great. I think they're fun to collect. They're going to be low value, easy to pick up. But let's check them all out. It's kind of going to be dependent. If they're great in the TCG game, they might be a little more expensive. And there is definitely one in here that everyone is going to want. So first up, we got Torterra. Great little artwork of him. We got Iron Leaves. I love the background on the future full art cards. These are going to look great. We got Incineroar. Gouging Fire. Walking Wake. Then we got a Wugtrio. How come only one of his heads gets the bulb on top? I think all 3. It's not fair. How did they decide which one got it? Do they pass it around in the game? I want to know. We got an Iron Crown card. Looking very astute there. again, with that great background, the colors are going to look great on that one. Same with the Iron Boulder. I'm definitely a fan of how those look. Then we got the card that everyone's going to go after, the Gengar. This one is brought to us by Satoshi Shirai, who's been making cards since Boundaries Crossed, but this is his first ever Gengar card. I definitely see a lot of people are going to be trying to chase this one down. Hopefully it comes up a lot and isn't going to be insanely expensive. Then we got Farigiraf, another terrestrialized Pokemon. We got Scizor. And Raging Bolt to end out the Pokemon Full Art cards. Then we're going to move into some trainers. First up, we got Bianca Sincerity. It allows you to heal all damage from one of your Pokemon that has 30 or less HP remaining. And that can happen quite a bit. So this could have a good impact on the TCG game. We'll have to see how people work it in. Then we got Cryptomaniac's Deciphering, another very cute card like the Bianca. This allows you to search your deck for 2 cards and then shuffle your deck and put those cards on top. So it's good for setting up your deck for your next hand, or if you've got some sort of card that allows you to draw from the top. Then we have Airy, one of the bad guys from Team Star, right? Your opponent reveals their hand, and then you get to choose 2 item cards there and discard them. That could be super disruptive, so it's going to be really interesting to see how this gets worked into decks when the set comes out. Next up, we got Explorer's Guidance, which allows you to look at the top 6 cards of your deck and put 2 in your hand. I definitely see that being pretty useful. Then we got Morty, who's finally coming back into the TCG. Morty's Conviction. Discard a card from your hand and then draw a card from each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So roughly you could get about 5 cards. There are some situations where you might get more or less. It could be useful, but I don't know if people are going to pick that over some of the other trainers. Since you only get to play 1 per turn, you got to be a little bit picky about which trainers you have in your hand. And finally, we have Salvatore, another new addition to the TCG. It allows you to search your deck for a Pokemon that doesn't have an ability and evolves from one of your Pokemon in play, and it allows you to evolve it instantly, even if the Pokemon was put down on that hand. So that could be somewhat interesting. We'll have to see how that goes. Then we're stepping into special illustration rares, and we have seen these before, so I won't spend too long on them, but I'm going to go through them in numerical order from the set. We've got Iron Leaves with a very futuristic background there. We've got Gouging Fire, who's in the jungle from the ancient Pokemon, Ancient Paradox Pokemon. Also from Ancient, we've got Walking Wake. Then we're going back to the future with Iron Crown, and then Iron Boulder. And then back to the Ancient with Raging Bolt. Combined, both of those form 2 sets of 3 special illustration rares, whether they're in the ancient times or in the future times. I think the artwork on all of them is absolutely fantastic. I don't see or think that these are going to be really huge collectible Pokemon. Roaring Moon has done really well as a special illustration rare, but he's also very good in the TCG game. So if these guys are great in the TCG game, we might see them behave like Roaring Moon. The worse they are, they might be more like Iron Valiant, and they could be complete busts. But the fact that they are 3 artworks together, I feel like if you want to collect one, you want to collect them all. And if you are going to go for 3 of them, you might as well go for 6 of them, right? I think, again, the artworks are fantastic. I really am enjoying this set, and I enjoy these Pokemon, even though they are brand new, and they're not going to have the huge kind of fan base that Pokemon that have been around forever, like the Gengar, are going to have. Moving into the trainers and their special illustration rares, we got Bianca Sincerity laying there taking a nap with Musharna up above. Fantastic artwork here. This artist, Kana Natanda, also did the SIR Erica's Invitation from 151 and the ultra rare Parasol Lady. Fantastic artist, fantastic artwork. And this is another card that's going to be pretty collectible. We'll see how it goes. Should be interesting. The quote-unquote waifus don't do as well in English. This is obviously the #1 chase in the Japanese sets right now. And it's going for, I think, about $100 last time I checked. Then we got an artwork that I absolutely love, and it's Airy, looking like something out of the Kiss Army, if you are familiar with the rock band Kiss. Lots of Pokemon around her. Passimian is up there. Lucario. If people are looking to collect cards with Lucario on it, this could be become a chase for them. Toxicroak and Annihilate is down there. All the Pokemon she uses against you in the game, or 4 of them anyways. Fantastic artwork here. I don't know how highly collectible it's going to be. I like the bad guys, so I like to collect them. And again, the artwork looks great from Dom, so we'll see how it goes collectability wise. Hopefully it's like a $30 card like Clive is, and not a $100 card like Bianca is going to be. Then we got a card a lot of people are going to be chasing because Gengar's on it. It's Morty's Conviction. There's even a Pidgey down there, and it's a pretty cute artwork. I like it. Morty goes back forever. Gengar goes back forever. Fantastic little card to pick up. I think this is going to be the English #1 chase for sure. Then we got Salvatore. This is probably going to be more like the Clive card that's not really highly desirable. It is a great looking artwork. I like the style. It's very fitting for Salvatore. And, we'll see how it goes. After that, we're moving into all the gold cards. You know what they look like. They look like exactly like the full art cards. We got the Iron Leaves, the Gouging Fire, the Walking Wake, the Iron Crown, the Iron Boulder, and the Raging Bolt. And of course, the 2 cards that were pulled from the Japanese sets to put into our ETBs is the Fluttermane and the Iron Thorns. So overall, what are my thoughts about Temporal Forces, and how do I feel about picking this set up? Would I pre-order it? Certainly with the prices where they are now, where you can get near $90 booster boxes, I think it is a fantastic set. If you like the artworks and the Pokemon that are in it, I would definitely pre-order now. Overall, I think that the pull rates need to be a lot better than Paradox Rift. I'm hoping that they go back to 1 special illustration rare per booster box. There's 10 in the set. It's going to be pretty expensive to try to chase things down if you have booster boxes with no SAR like they did us dirty on Paradox Rift. Personally, that's how I feel, and I feel like it's really hurting the overall market. And I don't just mean flippers. I'm talking about shops. If shops are stuck with this product and can't sell it, it gets harder in the future, and I feel bad for them. I like the $100 price point for booster boxes, but I hate to see them have to unload at cost, which means they're losing money with shipping and packaging, and they're going to take hits on returns and stuff like that. So I'd rather see at least booster boxes right at that $100 mark. I think that's best for the economy. Because of course there's still people out there paying $160. They just don't have the insight that people who watch YouTube and follow Twitter people who are looking for those deals are going to have. And, they're going out there paying a lot more than all of us. So on top of that, it's going to be really about the SIR desirability. Is it there? I think that Morty's confidence with Gengar definitely has desirability. I think Bianca's sincerity is definitely highly desirable, even though the waifu tax never translates over to English very well. And when it does, it's kind of all hype. And 2 weeks later, you start to see the realities, which we've seen with Miriam for sure from SV1. I think Airy is a super awesome card, but I don't think it's going to be highly sought after. And then you got the 2 sets of the Paradox Pokemon. While I think the artwork is absolutely fantastic, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. Now, this set has a lot of fantastic artwork, but artwork doesn't really carry the sets that well. I think that, personally, this set definitely beats Obsidian Flames. I think the SARs are actually better than Paldean Evolve, personally. I like them better than Paradox Rift even. I do think that we've completely undersold Scarlet and Violet base. I think that there's a lot of great SIRs in that set that I like a lot. I certainly like picking that set up at $80 for booster boxes, because I do think it's completely, people are just thinking it's not worth it. And I think that in the future, we're definitely going to be wishing we had some more Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet 1. Obviously 151 is a better set. I definitely like that better. And I even think that Paldean Fates long term is going to be a better, more collectible set than this set. Even though I like it and I think there's going to be a lot of hype right off the front, I'm hoping the pull rates are good and it's going to be fun to open. But again, long term, as far as Scarlet and Violet goes, number 1 is 151. And I think I'd put Paldean Fates in number 2. So where does this set fit with you? Now, the one last thing that could be a big difference is if there's a lot of game-changing mechanics in this set. A lot of cards that help overthrow or dethrone Charizard EX and the Roaring Moon decks that everybody's playing right now. If there's something in here, whether it's the trainers or the some of the Pokemon, if they are game changers in the TCG game, that could make this set very, very expensive and very desirable for people. And that could just change everything. And then we've got the Ace Spec cards, brand new cards that are well, not brand new, they're returning. We've had them a long time ago. Those cards could be TCG game changers, and if they are, people might be trying to track those down, and that could make a huge difference for the set. All right, that's every single secret rare card in Temporal Forces. What do you guys think of the set? Are you going to pick it up? Have you already pre-ordered some? Or are you going to hold out and wait a little longer? You know everything that's in there, but maybe you're too busy ripping Paldean Fates and 151 still. You're keeping your money in that, and I totally get that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please thumb this video up and subscribe if you want more content from me, and I'll catch you in the next video.